Hello students, this is Rupa madam. Okay. Uh, Now I welcome to explain an important topic in the organic chemistry, that is types of conjugations. Okay. Because to understand the electron migration effects like a mesomeric effect or resonance effect, or you say it is hyperconjugation also. So to understand the resonance effect, mesomeric effect, hyperconjugation, or aromaticity or resonance structures of different conjugated systems. Generally, we think the aromatic compounds contain the conjugated double bonds, that is alternated pi bonds. Okay, but here we see that even the compound is not cyclic. Even the compound is not cyclic and doesn't obey the Huckel's rule. Doesn't obey the Huckel's rule means which are not aromatic, because according to Huckel's rule, any organic compound which obeys the 4n plus 2 pi electron rule, which is known as Huckel's rule. According to this rule, it is known as famous rule, Huckel's rule. Okay, according to this Huckel's rule, if any organic system which is cyclic, okay, cyclic and having the sp2 carbons means planar, having the planar, and which contain the conjugated pi bonds means alternated pi bonds. At the same time, if it is cyclic, okay, cyclic means it shows delocalization. Delocalization means shifting of pi bonds, shifting of pi bonds to in order to produce or convert one structure into another. So if any organic compound has cyclic structure, sp2 carbon means planar and conjugated pi system, and shows the change in position of pi bonds in delocalization means if the pi bonds are arranged alternatively, the pi bond position changes, and this change in position of pi bonds in a conjugative mechanism is called as resonance. So generally we think that benzene and benzene homologs. Benzene homologs means benzene, naphthalene, anthracene, phenanthracene, or any compound which is benzenoid, means look like benzene. They are aromatic. But we know that there are some compounds are there which do not look like a benzene, means they do not have any six corners. Okay, as you know that benzene has six corners. Okay, C6H6. Okay, some organic compounds which are aromatic do not have benzene like structure but still aromatic, and such compounds called as a non-benzenoid. So I have written one more molecule here, that is, see, in this molecule you can see 1 2 3 4 5 carbons are there. In the benzene, 6 carbons, 6 corners, hexagonal ring. Whereas in this compound, 5 carbons, it is pentagonal. It is a pentagonal. So the benzene is a 6 carbon compound. So the IUPAC name of benzene, I hope everyone knows. That is 1, 3, 5 hexatriene. So what do you expect here? It must be something. 5 carbons are there. It must be something. 5 carbons are there. So it is cyclopentadiene. Is that clear? Cyclic is there. Cyclopenta 5. 2 double bonds are there. Diene. And at the same time, this species contain the negative charge. I hope you all know that any species having negative charge is called as anion, as positive charge is cation. So this compound is known as cyclopentadienyl anion. So listen, this is also aromatic. This is also aromatic, but doesn't look like a benzene. It is non-benzenoid. It is non-benzenide aromatic. అంటే బెంజిన్ లాంటి స్ట్రక్చర్ లేదు. And at the same time, it is what? Homocyclic or carbocyclic. The cyclic or ring made up of all the carbons only. Same type of elements. Homocyclic or carbocyclic. So it is an example of what? Non-benzenide, homocyclic or carbocyclic aromatic compound. So this will obey the Huckel's rule. It is having the aromaticity because it is cyclic and shows the delocalization of pi bonds. Delocalization of pi bonds means shifting of pi bond. Okay, it is shifting its position. And here, as you know that one of the main requirement is what? For the flow of pi electrons, the system must be, the system means organic moiety, molecule must be planar, because on the plane surface the movement of bond electrons is easy. But if you see here, is out of the 5 corners, 1 2 3 4, here the double bond carbons are sp2. I hope you all know this basic. Any carbon having double bond is sp2 planar. And carbanion, carbon anion, carbon nucleophile, carbon with negative charge is sp, is sp3, which can be tetrahedral or pyramidal. So this is a special molecule where it is having one of the sp3 carbon, sp3 carbon, but still it shows a resonance, that is delocalization of pi bonds. Why? Because here this molecule contains the conjugation. So always remember conjugation, conjugation in the hydrocarbons, conjugations in the hydrocarbons, whether it is aromatic or non-aromatic, whether it is benzenide, non-benzenide, whether it is aromatic or aliphatic, maybe cyclic or acyclic. Acyclic means a straight chain. If they have conjugation, that is conjugated system, conjugation, then they exhibit delocalization of pi bonds or lone pair of electrons or negative charge. And of course, I hope you all know that a bond means 2 electrons, whether it is sigma bond or pi bond. A bond means 2 electrons, because whether it is sigma or pi, whether it is sigma or pi, because the sigma and pi are covalent bonds. These bonds are formed by mutual sharing of electrons by 2 elements. The both of the elements which form the sigma or pi bond, which is covalent bond, both the elements contribute each electron, one electron, which is equally shared. Okay, but when the time comes to flow of bond, movement of bond, it's obvious, everyone knows that always the bond will move towards the electronegative element. And what is the electronegative element? The element which is having more nuclear charge. The element which is having more nuclear charge. And this is what? Especially halogens. Okay, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, or oxygen, or sulfur, or it is nitrogen like groups. So these are electronegative elements. Or at the same time, you know that any positive ion also new electronegative, because positive ion itself, positive charge is nuclear charge, and nuclear charge, positive charge means what? Is having capacity, power to attract the electron. Okay, capacity to attract the electron. So whenever you have conjugation, please remember that the moving electrons, whether it is pi electrons, whether it is pi electrons or lone pair of electrons or negative charged electron, means anionic electrons, they always move towards what? Where nuclear charge is more. Where nuclear charge is more. So in this sequence, the movement of this pi bond with pi bond, pi bond with lone pair, pi bond with negative charge, pi bond with positive charge. This complete transfer of these electron pairs in the conjugated system, alternated system is called resonance. is called resonance or mesomeric effect. Resonance or mesomeric effect. So to show the mesomeric effect or resonance, conjugation is must and should. Is must and should. Okay. So here now we'll see these. There are certain compounds I have written. I have written the types of conjugations. I have written 1 to 6. Okay. So see here. Here, whatever I have written, out of this, majority of compounds which you see are open chain. Okay, straight chain. The first example, I have written the cyclic benzene, which is aromatic. Okay, everyone knows in this world, everyone knows benzene is aromatic compound, because if anybody is asked, example for aromatic compound, they just raise their hand and say benzene is the aromatic, because it is a common example. And next, the second one is open chain. It is what it is non-aromatic. Then these two are also non-aromatic. Where here all these are non-aromatic. Where this, what is this molecule? Phenol. The OH group is attached to the benzene, hydroxybenzene. It is what? Phenol, derivative of benzene. So I have written here 1 to 6 types of molecules which have conjugation, and because of conjugation they exhibit mesomeric effect or resonance effect, or a special case hyperconjugation also. Okay, so we'll see what is this conjugation and these 6 types of conjugated systems. See here, anything which is in alternated positions, is called as, is called as a conjugation. For example, if you take numbers, simple numbers if you take numbers, okay, so take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So see here, now between the 1 and 3, what you have? 2, means in between 1 and 3 there is one number 2. Okay, so the 1 and 3 positions are what? Alternated. 1 and 2 are what? Alternated to each other. Then next, this 2 and 4. In between the 2 and 4, what is that? 3. So 2 and 4, they are separated by a number. So the position of 2 and 4 is alternated, which is having a small 1 unit gap. And if you take the here 3 and 5, which is separated by 4. So 3 and 4 are alternated. Okay, alternated. And next, if you take, for example, 4 and 6, these are also what? Separated by 5, which is only 1 unit. So anything which is separated by 1 unit is an example of a alternated system. So alternate is what? Normal English, where we use in common life, daily life. So in science, whether it is biology or maybe chemical, okay, sciences or wherever, here we use what it is? Conjugation. Conjugation means alternated. Okay, conjugation means alternated. So simply alternated positions. Alternate positions. Okay, alternated position. So see here. If you take a benzene structure, okay, in benzene structure, okay, in this benzene, you can see that here. I hope you all know that in a bond line formulae, when you write a corner means it is a carbon, and the corner connected by single line, CC single bond, only sigma bond is there. Here only CC sigma bond. Now these two corners are connected by 2 lines, means between these 2 carbons double bond is there. Means here this one contain, here between this 2 carbon there is a double bond, and one of them is sigma, the next is pi, like that. Here once again sigma only, where next here sigma and pi, where here also sigma and pi. So totally in this molecule, how many pi bonds you can see in the benzene? The benzene contain the 3 pi bonds because two double bonds. Two double one means it contain 3 pi bonds. And see this, how these double bonds are separated. Okay, how these double bonds are separated? Each double bond is separated by a sigma bond. Okay, so in between these two double bonds are pi. Okay, double bond, because double bond contain a pi bond. Okay, so the two double bonds separated by a sigma, or a pi bond is separated by sigma. And next here also these two double bonds. Okay, these two double bonds separated by this sigma, and these two double bonds are two pi bonds separated by a sigma. Okay, so here what is alternate here? The pi bond and pi bond are alternated. So any system which is having the electron densities which are separated by identical electron densities, or sometimes it shows the resonance which are arranged alternated is called conjugation. Okay, so benzene is an example of what it is having the three double bonds and which are present alternated positions. Double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond. So double bond is alternated, conjugated. Okay, so because you know that we have different types of dienes. Diene means a molecule having the two double bonds. Okay, so here see, I can take one example. The best example is 1,3 butadiene. Okay, one more example I'm taking. This is 1,3 butadiene because 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbons are there. Now in this molecule, 4 carbons, and how many hydrogens are there? 2, 2, 4, and this 2, 6. The molecular formula is C4H6. And for this, okay, for this two types of dienes are possible. Now, what is diene? What is diene? Di means two, ene means double bond. Means it is having this molecular formula. Compound shows two double bonds. Two double bonds. Of course, it shows ine also, alkyne also, butane also. That is different case. That is functional group. Now you just concern with the diene. So for this, two types of dienes are possible. One is, okay, first write down the 4 carbons in the straight chain. I'm writing the two structures where 4 carbons in the straight chain. Now, in first case, say here, the two double bonds are adjacent to each other. And I hope you know that the carbon can have only 4 bonds. 4 bonds. So, C4 is completed. And hydrogen can form only one bond, which is sigma. By using its pure s orbital. Pure s orbital. And remember, the s orbital never form a pi bond. Okay? Because it is non-directional. And next, so satisfy the valency with the hydrogens. Okay? In first case, how you know double bonds? These are adjacent to each other. Adjacent to each other. Adjacent means very close. Such is called as cumulated. It's called as cumulated collective. How we write exam. Okay. Unit test after 4 weeks. Means the unit exam contain what? The common exams of the 1 month weekend exams. So all together. All are together. Cumulated. The double bonds are together, not separated by any sigma bond. The next structure, the double bonds are separated by a single bond. One sigma, one single bond is called alternated double bond, or it is called as conjugated double bond. Okay. Now carbons are satisfied. Now we'll satisfy the valency of hydrogen. Valency of hydrogen along with the, okay, valency of hydrogen and along with the valency of carbon. So first you should remember the carbon can form only 4 bonds. And here in organic compounds, inorganic means in the organic compounds. If I say inorganic, some people think inorganic. No, in the organic compound. In the organic compounds or any organic compound, okay, or any carbon compound. Remember, the carbon can form only 4 bonds because in the valence shell. in the outermost shell of carbon, it contains only 4 orbitals. One s orbital, which is second level 2s, and 3 p orbitals, 2px, 2py, 2pz. Okay, in the second orbit, d orbital is impossible, which is against the principal quantum number. Okay, so whether it is sigma or pi, these are what covalent bonds which are formed by overlapping of orbitals. Which are formed by overlapping of orbitals. Okay, so since the carbon in its outermost shell having 4 valence orbitals, one s orbital and 3 p orbitals. So it can form maximum 4 bonds, never form 5 bonds. Okay, we think what carbon is tetravalent because of 4 valence electrons. 4 valence electrons, therefore forms 4 electrons. No, that is level 1. Okay, level 1 basic. Now here, what is why carbon can form only 4? Why not can form 5 bond? Because to form the bond, it required atomic orbitals. Okay, orbitals in the valence shell. To form the covalent bond, orbitals required to overlap. Whether it is sigma or pi. Sigma or pi. So having 4 orbitals, so carbon can form only 4 bonds. Its valency is a tetravalency. That's the story, remember. And H, hydrogen can form only 1 bond because having only 1 s orbital in its outermost shell or whole atom. So here, this carbon having what? 2 bonds, required 2. So satisfy with the 2 hydrogens because 2 hydrogens are 2 bonds. And this is having 4, need not to write any, put any hydrogens. Here, 1, 2, 3, required 1, 4. Next, here required 1 is there, 3. So see the formula now, 3 plus 1, 4, 4 plus 2, 6. Now this example of cumulated diene, both are together. Whereas here, okay, 2 bonds are there, CH2. 1, 2, 3, 3 bonds are there, 1 required H. Here also, 1, 2, 3, 3 are there, 1 required H. And here 2 bonds are there, 2 required. So both have the same formula, but the structure is different. Okay, but the structure is different. Okay, they differ in the position. These two are what? Position isomers. They differ in the position of double bonds. The first is cumulated, second is alternated. And this alternated system is called as conjugated. Is known as conjugated. And these conjugated molecules or system will show delocalization or transfer or shifting of pi bonds in a alternate manner, or which is called as conjugated mechanism. Itself is called mesomeric effect or resonance effect. Okay, so this is what conjugation. So types of conjugation. So see here in the first example, what are in conjugation? In benzene, the pi bonds are alternated. In 1,3 butadiene, also the pi bonds are alternated. So the first example is pi-pi conjugation. In second one, here lone pair on the nitrogen. This is what urea. Okay, lone pair on the nitrogen. Then double bond on the carbon. Double bond contain pi bond. Lone pair, pi bond. And after this pi bond, lone pair. So this is having what? Lone pair pi bond conjugation. Next, this molecule. What is this? Here. Remember, here double bond means pi bond is there. Okay. And what is here? Charge, positive charge. So as you know that the positive charge is electron attracting. So definitely this pi bond will flow here towards this positive charge. So the movement of complete transfer of pi electrons towards a positive charge is resonance or mesomeric effect. Okay. So then what happens? This pi bond will be shifting, means gaining of electron by this carbon. So gaining of electron negative. So plus becomes neutral because by transfer of electron, gain of electron. So when bond is coming means -1 came, -1 and +1 neutral. And who lost electron? This corner one is lost electron. So this will get a positive charge. And at the same time, what is this molecule? If you see, This is having what? Sigma bond, and hydrogens are sigma. Okay, sigma. So what is this? sp2. What is this one? What is this one? sp2 carbon. Though it is sp2, it was a sp3 carbon. It was okay. It was a sp3 carbon by loss. By loss, it is produced. By loss, it is produced. Okay. So now see here, in this molecule, it shows shifting of pi bond towards positive charge because the pi bond and the negative charge are in conjugation. Are in conjugation. And next here. Next here. In the fourth molecule, pi bond is separated by sigma bond with the lone pair, a negative charge. Okay, that is pi and negative charge. These two are charged conjugation. The next here, pi bond is separated with a sigma bond, separated by a sigma bond with a free radical. So this is one pi and free radical. Okay, and remember these three, third, fourth, fifth. These are called as allyl. These are known as allyl. They are known as allyl units. Okay, allyl units. The allyl units means what? These are the allyl carbon. They contain allyl carbon. Okay. Allyl carbon means an sp3 carbon attached to sp2 carbon. Okay. An sp3 carbon attached to sp2 carbon. Okay. sp3 attached to sp2. That sp3 carbon known as allyl. So these are what? Allyl species. The first is allyl carbocation. Second is allyl carbanion. Next, allyl free radical. Okay. The first carbocation electrophile. The carbanion nucleophile. But this is a free radical. Okay. Free radical. Then last here. Here see. Could you see any alternated pi bonds? No. Here doesn't have any. In this one, this is 2-butene. A simple molecule 2-butene. Which you all know that 2-butene can exist in cis-2-butene, trans-2-butene. I hope you know this. It doesn't have any conjugated pi system or pi alternate with the lone pair, pi alternate with a negative charge or with free radical or pi alternate with any positive charge. But still I'm taking this example because we need this. And here, this is common example where phenol has pi-pi conjugation. Pi-pi conjugation. It has pi-pi conjugation, but why I have taken this? Because some people have doubt. Some people have not doubt, confusion. Whether the mesomeric effect and resonance effect both are same or not. Okay, they look like same, but at certain point they are different. They are different. What is that? In a resonance effect, that is resonance is not only have a conjugation, the movement of a pi bond along with pi bond, lone pair, positive charge, negative charge or free radical. It will have sometimes with a sigma bond also. Sigma bond also. So here the sigma bond which is present between the oxygen and hydrogen of OH group in the phenol, this will be in conjugation because of the loss of this hydrogen as H plus. H plus we get here O minus. O minus, and this O minus is phenoxide anion. Phenoxide anion. So what is involved here? The sigma bond is involved. So at here this the release of proton because of a loss of sigma bond. So here the phenol is acidic in nature because the sigma bond present in between oxygen and hydrogen is broken. And after that you get phenoxide ion. This is stabilized. This is a stabilized. So here along with the pi bond, here sigma bond is involved. Sigma bond is involved. So in resonance, not only pi-pi conjugation, pi lone pair conjugation, pi negative conjugation, it will have a pi and sigma conjugation also. In special case like a release of proton from a phenol. And next, if you see this molecule, you know one topic called hyperconjugation. Okay, by using hyperconjugation, okay, the name itself is hyperconjugation because simple conjugation means alternate pi bonds. Pi bond with lone pair, pi bond with positive charge, pi bond with negative charge, or pi bond with free radical. That is common conjugation. It's something hyper means extra, okay, which is abnormal. So here see what is in conjugation. Here these pi bonded carbons are called unsaturated. Unsaturated, and here it is attached with what? Adjacent carbons. Now remember, any carbon attached to the unsaturated carbon, okay, since the double bond carbon is more electronegative than sp3, single bonded, okay, because double bond is sp2, okay. So the next carbon which is attached to the sp2 is called as alpha carbon, okay. The hydrogens attached to this is called as alpha hydrogens, and because of this alpha hydrogens, what happens? It shows a hyperconjugation. Hyperconjugation, because in this molecule, which is 2-butene-abritin, now this molecule is stable. It stabilizes, though having pi bond, though it is unsaturated, it shows some conjugation. What is that? The pi bond of this carbons, CC double bond carbon, pi bond, it is in conjugation with this adjacent, what is that? Alpha hydrogen sigma bond. So it shows a pi and sigma conjugation. And because of this alpha hydrogens, it shows hyperconjugation. And as hyperconjugation structures increases, stability of alkene increases. So hyperconjugation is a concept which is used to explain stability of carbocations, carbon-free radicals or benzyl, okay, benzyl, what it is, toluene substitution, okay, toluene substitution, or stability of alkenes, when stability means reactivity also. When if carbocation or carbon free radical or alkene which contain the at least one alpha hydrogen, in such case the pi bond is in conjugation with the sigma bond of alpha hydrogen, then shows hyperconjugation. So it's a special case of conjugation where pi and sigma is in a conjugation. Pi and sigma is conjugation. It is special case which is used to explain hyperconjugation. Okay. And so what is conjugation? It is common in what? Unsaturated compounds. We all know that any organic compound which contain only single bonds, sigma bonds, saturated, the reactivity is less because of strong sigma bond. But any compound which contain pi bonds, at least one pi bond, okay, they are reactive because we know that the pi bond is weaker than sigma bond. So when any compound having pi bond, when it comes to react with a reagent, so the pi bond of the compound will attract the reagent, or reagent will attract a pi bond. You will learn this in what? Plus electromagnetic effect and minus electromagnetic effect, or addition reactions of alkynes, or nucleophilic addition of carbonyl compounds, that is aldehydes and ketones. Okay, so remember, any organic compound which contain at least one pi bond, because of pi which is weaker bond, they are highly reactive. Such compounds called as unsaturated. They are called as unsaturated. So remember, the conjugation is always seen in a unsaturated. Means they must have a double bond, that is pi bond. So if they have more than one double bond, more than one pi bond, okay, which are alternated, that is called conjugated system. In that, the pi bond will completely transfer to the sigma bond, okay, or move towards the electronegative atom in conjugative mechanism. And if you understand this, we can understand the mesomeric effect and resonance effect and even hyperconjugation. It's a basic concept. Okay. Thank you. So please watch the video and please try to understand the mesomeric effect, hyperconjugations, resonance effects. Thank you.